Hello again, YCS families. We're sending you some information today about the daily schedules that your students will go through during the online portion of our school year. We also want to provide you with some definition of terms that are really important to helping you understand the schedule. As you know, putting a schedule onto a one-page document can create confusion, so we want to try to eliminate that if we can. Our first goal in creating the schedule is to build consistency for you. So as you've heard before, every one of our schools will start at 8 a.m. every morning. And for students, that day will go to 2:30 in the afternoon. No, that doesn't mean that they'll be on a live session for that whole time. There'll be lots of different things that happen that break up the day and give them a chance to take a rest. On the schedule, you'll see the term live used on multiple occasions. This is the time during the day that there'll be an open Zoom session where the teacher will be conducting a lesson. No, it won't be a pure lecture for an hour or even more than that. It will be a lot of different strategies where your students will get to interact with other kids in the class, understand the instruction and the content, and also have a chance to ask questions of their teacher in a live Zoom session. We're also using the term REAL, R-E-A-L. And what that means is remote education and learning. During these times in the schedule, students will use different tools to engage in their learning. They might be using recorded videos. They'll be working in Google Documents or other documents to complete their work. They'll have assignments that they'll turn in their Google Classroom, but there'll also be a 5-day schedule that allows you to know when your student can have additional time one-on-one or in a group session with their teacher. During the day, there'll be plenty of breaks from screen time. It's not going to be 6.5 straight hours of staring at a computer. We're very aware of that's a concern that you all have. We're also trying to create as much access to teachers as possible within the day. So each week, in addition to the schedule, you'll see the 5-day plan that your student will follow in their classes. Yes, there will be daily attendance taken, and at the elementary level, that will be taken in the morning. At the secondary level, it will be taken at the beginning of each one of their classes so that we know that they're engaged. One of the things that we know is that at times, students will need different times in the day or in the week to complete their work. Please know that if this happens and you have to deviate from the schedule, we have the ability through the work that your student turns in to go back and adjust their attendance to recognize that they were there, they're engaged, and they're doing what we need them to do to be successful learners. I also want to call your attention to a change in our Wednesday format. Normally, we've had late start Wednesdays where kids come an hour later. We're going to flip that to where that teacher collaboration time is at the end of the day on Wednesday so that we can maintain that consistent 8 a.m. start. One thing that you won't see on the schedule is how to access support staff and counselors at your school. Please note that your schools will be communicating with you early and often about how to gain access to the office staff, the principal, the counselor, and other folks that will help your students be successful. Lastly, I want to draw your attention to our district website, specifically our Safe Start to Success link. In that, we've created a vast wealth of parent resources. Last spring, one of the things we know we didn't do well enough was provide resources for parents to support their children in the online environment. We won't make that mistake again. In the parent resource section, you'll find ways to gain support on the different tools that we're using, from Google Classroom to Zoom to Screencastify to Google Drive and Google Documents. Please take the time to go through those different links, and I hope you find comfort in the fact that we've tried to anticipate every question you might have. They're incredible resources, but if you still have questions, we will have personnel at each school ready and trained to provide you guidance to get your questions answered. That's really important to us. Finally, we're really excited to start this school year. We know that last spring, we were in an emergency mode, and we did a great job of getting started in the online environment. Now we're trained, we have the tools that we need, we have a clear direction, we have great schedules and a clear plan. We want to make this year very positive for your students, and we're going to expect that they make consistent growth, just like they would in the classroom environment. We're going to do this really well until we can get all of our kids back into classes. Thank you.